Okay. I believe we are streaming, which is excellent. Playing some more Darkest Dungeon today, which is nice. Gonna be a nice chill stream, I think. Yeah, probably won't be streaming for a while after this, because as I've mentioned before, I'm gonna be moving house next weekend. But I'm looking forward to playing a couple hours of Darkest Dungeon right now. We're going torchless. Natch, pseudo torchless, I should say. Not legit torchless, but torchless enough for me. So we cannot buy torches, but we can use them if we find them. And we started this. I've played maybe an hour of this campaign, so 2 missions plus the tutorial on stream yesterday. So we're getting rid of these lads for now. Sort by level, that's optimistic. I don't want to go to the farmstead. I don't like that it always kind of defaults to the farmstead. The speedstone's actually not bad. 2 portraits is also quite nice. We could make something of the Weald here. Dark Bracer is something we really want, though. Dark Bracer is super good for early game torchless runs. So is the Scouting Whistle. Scouting Whistle's actually winning so far. I think the Scouting Whistle is winning out as well with these 2 portraits. You love to see it. So, who are we taking with us? Laws, you gotta come with me, buddy. You gotta come with me. Ramez, you did quite well for us last time. I don't like Mace Bash, but you know what? We unlocked the guild, so we could actually make something work there. Did we check the stagecoach? I don't think we did. We did not. 2 abominations and a jester? Perhaps not. We already have 1 of each, and I'm not a huge fan of either class, to be honest. I might just take Reynold and Dismas. They both seem to be doing quite well. We'll take the usual suspects again. It's not the most interesting choice, but it's really good for like laying that foundation. The first half dozen runs or so. I think it's good to play it safe. So I'm tempted to take Holy Lance because it's just so good when you get caught out of sequence, out of order. I'll take it. It's 1,000 gold. I'll take it. I don't think we want Bullock of Faith, but all the other 3 are quite nice. Yeah. Holy Lance, you can use it from the 2nd position, so you can actually make something work with point blank shot Holy Lance, which is kind of cool. Because Crusaders tend to be very slow, and Highwaymen tend to be very fast. If you have a Highwayman in the front and a Crusader in the 2nd row, you can get it so they consistently go one after the other. It's pretty nice. I think it's mostly a meme. I don't think I've ever really made it work. But maybe that says more about me than it does about the technique itself. We're not going to take Incision. We're going to take Blinding Gas, one of the best skills in the game. Dismas, well, hang on. We got ourselves a trinket last time. Let's have a look at that. No, we didn't. Did we? Did we? No, we dropped it. It was the Dodgy Sheath, as I recall. So none of these trinkets are super good, but the Shuriken's Charm is nice. Also, Protection Stone. I remember I used to talk about this a lot, but because everything in Darkest Dungeon rounds up, 5% protection is always a flat 1 damage reduction at the very least, so it's actually way better than it looks. However, that does not really help us too much here. Point blank shot, duelist advance. We could get cute with it. I mean, I think it's fine. I'm actually going to unlock all of these. I'm going to take all of these. I'm not going to take Grape Shot. I'm not going to take Pistol. I'm not going to take Tracking. No, I will take Pistol Shot. I won't take Open Vein. We'll take these 3. Not these 3? These 4. Yeah. And yes, I want Judgment. No questions. No questions asked. Do we want to upgrade skill upgrades to rank 2? I think maybe we do. 6 portraits, 14 crests. What else am I going to do with them? That's what I'd like to know.
If one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
And we're not hurting for gold right now. I think this is going to almost on its own trivialize this encounter. So this is 2, 3, 5, 7. I always refer to them by number because it's just easier. I do want to upgrade these. I don't think I want to upgrade Battlefield Medicine. It's just not a strong first rank upgrade. It's fine. Disorienting Blast is okay. It's 250 gold. I mean, who's counting, you know? And Reynald. I mean, yeah, I will upgrade all of them, I think. I don't know that I want to upgrade Holy Lance. The thing with Holy Lance is that you only use it in this setup. You only use it in a very specific situation, and that's to get your Crusader forward while also actually doing something. Also, I was incorrect. You can't use it from rank 2. I was looking at the enemy ranks. Hey, still have not quite got my sea legs under me. We need deeds for this. Yeah, we do need deeds for this. This is really important. I think armor smithing is maybe more important than weapon smithing early on. But yeah, still very, very strong. So, we actually have some trinkets to allocate. Obviously, we want the Chirurgeon's Charm on Ramez. That's absolutely a no-brainer. That's a given. We don't want any bleeding. Move skill chance? Nah. Decreased chance of party surprise is actually quite strong in a Torchless run. -1 speed is bad, but it's not the end of the world. I will take it on a Vestal. And I think we will take the Protection Stone on Reynald. His speed is already very bad. 5% protection. It's maybe not the best class for it, but like I say, it will always reduce the damage he takes by 1, at least. And I mean, you know what? If he dies, he dies. If he dies, he dies. I did not download the Butcher's Circus. I honestly completely forgot. Maybe next time, maybe not. We'll see. So, what did we want? We wanted the Scouting Whistle. Let's go. Let's provision. I've almost certainly forgotten something. Camping skills? I don't think it's worth spending money on camping skills right now. So I will take 3 torches. 1 bandage, 2 herbs, 2 keys, 2 holy water. Oh, it's a short mission. It's a short mission. Okay, we don't need 2 herbs. We only need 8 food. I'm getting a little risky with it. We only need 1 holy water, 2 holy water. 2 holy water's fine. And of course, no torches. So I'll probably be on for a couple of hours. It's the evening. I'm working tomorrow, unfortunately. I'm not a full-time streamer for obvious reasons, so
The fiends must be driven back.
I'll be on until mid-evening, UK time, of course.
Noble line.
So, I'm just it's not.
Darkness closes in.
Thanks,
haunting
Wayne.
the hearts of men.
I'm not beholden to snuff the torch out immediately by my own rules, but I'm gonna do it anyway because treasure is nice. Thank you. Don't want the bookshelf. We learned this. This is a fight. Oh, Dismas should be in the front. Yeah, because he has point-blank shot. That's silly of me. Duelist Advance is very strong as well. Excuse me? Duelist Advance is very strong as well. We don't have any. Yeah, we don't have anything that can hit the front line, but that's okay. I'm happy to just stun the back line with you for now. The Plague Doctor can completely be unable to hit anything in the front line and still be one of the best classes in the ruins. It's ridiculous. Not really super impressive right now. It's going pretty underwhelmingly for a hallway fight, yeah. We gotta try.
Back to
Nice.
the pit.
Okay, well now my Plague Doctor's stunned, that's totally fine. We'll Wicked Slice. I will my Wicked Slice. Whatevs.
Executed with impunity.
That's what we like to hear.
Another abomination.
Okay,
Waste
redeemed.
from our lands.
Redeemed. Actually, no, we do want Dismas in the front lines. For sure. Nice, you deserve what's coming to you, buddy. I love it when that happens. It's just spite. Sure. What else am I going to use anti-venom for here? It's the last time you get that treatment from me, though, Renault. I'll tell you. This is a rough fight. Thankfully, we surprised them. Back ranks are more important to hit, but point blank shot is still really nice there. Plague grenade or blinding gas? I don't have many other ways to hit the back line, so it's gonna be plague grenade. This is maybe not as good a setup as ranged highwayman. Yeah, resisted the blight as well, which is a shame. Zealous is good here.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Not too bad. Plague Doctor and Vestal are looking a little squishy right now. That's alright. That's okay. Riposte is nice. Plague Grenade is pretty good here. Okay, that's the main thing. We killed rank 3. That's the only thing I was worried about. Rank 4, what is now rank 3. Not a problem. We could Judgment because it heals her. I think this is maybe the better play in the long run anyway, from a purely defensive standpoint. Because he probably would have got an attack off otherwise. Maybe. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. We're just warming up here in any case. I'm actually gonna make a like 96 IQ play, which is way more than usual, and move forward here so that I can then duelist advance into you. You're blighted anyway, doesn't matter.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Stunstone is not terrible, but it's not super worthwhile right now. I haven't got a dedicated stunner. The Plague Doctor really needs to be dealing damage. And got some scouting, but no secret room yet.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
You know, I think we do go ranged highwayman at this point. So pistol shot. We will keep Wicked Slice. It's going to be in the second rank. Ranged-ish highwayman. Sure. I mean, well, what are my options really? We'll stick him in rank 2 for now. This is rough. This doesn't look too bad. These guys in the back are very, very nasty. We could have stunned them, but really the only one dealing much damage to the back line is our Plague Doctor right now. Okay, good. Man, I'm just eating my words left, right, and center today, I tell you. That's a little annoying. Nothing here can hit them. Zealous is maybe the right play. It's certainly the fun play. Wasn't great, though.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
It was fine. It was fine. We'll say it was fine. I think having leveled up some skills and actually unlocked some new skills, I've got a little complacent, perhaps. Very, very easy to get complacent in Darkest Dungeon. Did they announce the release date of Darkest Dungeon 2? Not unless they did it today. I checked yesterday. I've been checking compulsively like most of the time, or most days. And they're still saying 2021 will be released into the Epic Games Store and released on Steam the following year, I think. That was a good Grape Shot Blast. But no, I don't believe they've released their release date yet. If they have, you let me know. I need to see it.
Packs laden with loot are often long.
We do have to come down here, unfortunately. Wish we didn't. Plague Doctor's looking a little stressy.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Torches are for babies, of course.
In blood.
I think we knew this. Oh, hello! Torches, notoriously for babies. We have to use battlefield medicine. I think I have to use it on myself. This is probably going to be the fight where we lose someone. I am going to... Wicked Slice is not bad here. Duelist Advance is okay. It's really good to take your time in situations like this. Duelist Advance does do less damage. The question is, do we need the riposte, and do we want to be able to target the back line? The answer to those questions is yes and yes in that order, which doesn't help us. I think we Wicked Slice. We need to stun him if we can. We have a 60% chance of stunning him if we hit. Okay, not bad. We should be able to spank him down to half health before he does anything at this point. Unfortunately, not undead, eldritch instead. I kind of want him to go to the back line so my Plague Doctor can do anything. A Wicked Slice again. It's not bad, 45. He has a speed of 5, which is middling. It's actually not too bad. The Man-at-Arms is the problem because it stops you nuking the Collector down. Not bad. I think we have to tank and spank at this point. Thing is, we won't know if it's been enough until it's too late. I will stun the Vestal. I will stun the Vestal. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. We can blight him. Would we rather stun him? We would absolutely rather stun him. Brilliant. Yeah, Collector is tough for sure. Yeah, I'm going to focus him down. I'm not going to worry too much about the ads. They're going to deal a little bit of damage. The Vestal is stunned. Yeah, we've been very lucky. 3 crits in a row, absolutely. We may still lose someone immediately.
Vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
But we need to DPS the Collector down, or it's just going to become a real slog. That means I need to kill the Vestal before she heals him.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And rank 3 is the easiest rank to hit for me, I think. We can Duelist Advance, and I think we should. The Riposte is really useful. The Riposte is really useful. The Riposte is really useful. That was... Thank you for illustrating my point perfectly. And that's why we don't worry about these particularly. Yeah, just immediately. That happens sometimes. Could have healed him if their speed had been slightly different, but it wasn't. I healed her, sorry. But yeah. Yeah, and now we've slowed down and the tide is beginning to turn. Need to stun the Man-at-Arms so that he can't guard the Collector. And we should be able to kill it this turn pretty easily. This will have to do. Yeah. Yep, F's in chat. There we go. There we go. Not bad. And we are rewarded for this as well.
Destroy them all.
Yeah. Good fight, Laws. Our first casualty. But we got a puzzling trapezahedron, which is a nice little bit of gold. We're going to carry on. We're not retreating.
And now, the darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
Too much. Gold paid with blood. Absolutely, yes. So what happens when you get a little bit complacent and also bump into the Collector immediately? Both of those things happened. Not sure whether the first one was relevant. I don't think I was complacent in that fight. I think I actually played it okay. Not perfectly, but I think I played it okay. But we survived, which is the main thing. Excuse me?
Now, the true test.
We might retreat. We might retreat. J'accuse. Are we retreating? Not yet. Not today, we're not. There we go. Crits for crits. Crits for crits. It's okay. He's not making a death save yet. Now he is.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
4 turns. We have to survive 4 turns, and we have no out-of-combat healing.
Remind yourself that overconfidence
The thing is,
is a slow and insidious killer.
the thing is, it's Dismas. We can't leave him, but I'm not giving up either. He's going to be on death's door once that food wears off. Once the blight wears off, he's going to be straight onto death's door. Medicinal herbs does not cure blight. Anti-venom cures blight, but we used it earlier. Let's just see how this feels. He feels faint. Oh, it wasn't 2 full stacks of blight. That actually changes everything. That's huge. That's huge. It was 3 stacks of 2 and 1 stack of 1, so that leaves him at 1 HP. Okay, we have at least one more. We don't have at least one more fight. I do want to carry on, though. Am I being dumb? I mean, I know the answer is yes. But I have an empty slot in my inventory. I need to fill it with something. Empty slot still there. I trust myself to get through just like a random fight with only a Crusader and a Vestal, but I don't want to lose Dismas. Scouting? Okay, no secret room. That's all I needed to see. We lost laws.
Return to rest.
We lost laws, but we got a scouting whistle. Nearly 12,000 gold. No deeds, unfortunately, but a couple of portraits. Okay, not bad. Backtracker is pretty good. Skilled Gambler is almost meaningless. You almost never want to use the tavern. That was okay. That was okay. Considering we found the collector, I think that was okay.
When compared to the condition of surrounding acres. At home in wild places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
2 antiquarians and a houndmaster. I will say, an antiquarian in a torchless run is off the charts. Just crazy. Super high risk, high reward, of course. I'm sure you could shift-click these. I will take both of them. Why not? I've got empty slots.
And sees what others will not see.
And we really only just recouped. Bit late on the mic mute there. We really only just recouped the gold we spent on training those skills. But we still have those skills. We still have 75% of those heroes. I don't think we want to fight the boss yet because we don't care about the Candle of Life. The Candle of Life is not good. You don't take an antiquarian on any run you think is going to be a problem, so you don't really care about the healing or the max HP. They are for loot runs that you are kind of, maybe not over-geared for, but at least adequately geared for already. Quickening Satchel's nice. I do like the Grave Robber. Obviously we can't do this. Haven't got a great... Okay. Haven't got a great array of trinkets available. Quickening Satchel's okay. We do have a Scouting Whistle. We just picked one up. Witch's Vial is also nice, though. We haven't been to the Cove yet. Do we have a good setup for the Cove? No, because we do not have a Plague Doctor. Why don't we have a Plague Doctor? It's difficult to say. We could get, instead... the Quickening Satchel. I think we do another Short Ruins. I think another Short Ruins is probably fine. Houndmaster? Probably not, no. We'll take a Shield Breaker. Definitely. We'll take Ramez as a healer. I think we're fine to take Dismas. You know what? We'll put Dismas in the front, because Shield Breaker can hit the back. And do we want a Jester? Not really. Not really. Houndmaster? We'd take a Houndmaster for the scouting chance. This is a janky-ass setup, I'll tell you right now. Where am I even going? Guild, sorry, yes, Guild. Dismas. I'm not a fan of Grape Shot Blast. Is this hardcore or nightmare? No, this is a kind of pseudo torchless run. This is just on the regular difficulty. It's just a fun run, not a challenge run necessarily. So Shieldbreaker is another class that I don't recall at all how to play. I'm not sure I ever knew. She's a Ruins phobe as well, and she's curious. Both of those are terrible. Eldritch Hater, not very important right now. Could be incredibly good later on. But Slugger's quite nice. So I'm just going to take a little while and go over these tooltips again, just to remind myself how to play them. So Pierce jumps her forwards. It's armor piercing, which is nice. Really good for the cove. For the cove. Puncture bypasses and breaks guard. Again, really good for the cove. You have those big beefy lads that get in the way of everything. Adder's Kiss. Adder's Kiss is probably good for the ruins. If I keep her in the front row, that means I want to change around Dismas's skills. Oh, dope. So do we know anything about the sequel? This is the first I'm hearing of it. No. Very little. They've said that it's being released in 2021 into the Epic Games Store, but nothing since. I don't think they. I think they announced that in October and have not released any more information since. So I've no reason to think it's been delayed or anything, but they're playing their cards close to their chest. So I think we do want to keep the Shieldbreaker in the first row. Do I want any of these? I think I probably do want Captivate. Mostly just so we've got something useful to do in rank 2. I'll take that. I'll take Captivate. I'll spend a little bit of money on that. So we'll take that instead of probably... maybe I do want Impale. Maybe instead of Puncture? We're not seeing a lot of guard right now. So I'll take Pierce, Adder's Kiss, Impale, and Captivate. We're really going to be using Captivate and Adder's Kiss mostly, I think, just because Blight is super important. But Impale's good for hitting the back row if we need to. So is Pierce to an extent. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Ruins Phobe is the scariest thing. Hound's Rush is okay. Things in the ruins don't bleed, generally speaking. Hound's Harry I don't think we want. Cry Havoc is very nice. Blackjack is also very nice. We probably want to pick one or the other, and I think it needs to be Blackjack. Yeah, we're pretty light on stuns. I don't think we want Cry Havoc. Guard Dog is okay. Guard Dog is pretty good. Hound's Harry sucks in the ruins, unfortunately. I mean, Houndmaster is maybe just not the right fit, actually. Yeah, I think I'd dump Houndmaster and take Crusader. Then a rank 3 Highwayman. This is awkward. This is very awkward. Bleed is useful against stress dealers in the back. Yeah, the cultists can bleed. That is true. That is true. So there are two really scary stress dealers in the ruins early game. And that's the Bone Courtiers, which don't bleed, and the Acolytes, the cultists, which do. Maybe that's enough to make a Houndmaster worthwhile. But maybe instead of the Highwayman. It's a little bit less DPS, but a little bit more utility. I think I'm happy with it. I think I'm happy with it. Where am I going? Guild. Okay. Get everyone in order. So I probably don't want Blackjack, unfortunately, because I'm not going to be in the position to use it. I think that means I take Hound's Harry. Hound's Harry or Guard Dog. Guard Dog is reasonable, but I think early on it's better to... You can kill things in so few hits that it's often better to just get the DPS onto something and maybe just kill it, rather than guarding an ally. Guarding is very, very good later on. I'm going to take Hound's Harry instead for that reason. It could be wrong, but I think it's sound reasoning. Are there no wine splashes on this level? Those guys suck. Yeah, the courtiers, the little skeleton dudes who throw wine at you. Yeah, they definitely are on this level, and they definitely do suck. Ramez is doing fine. Still looking for deeds, man. I think I'm actually going to trade some busts for deeds, because I have a ludicrous amount of busts. 3 busts for 2 deeds, and that allows us to get weaponsmithing up and running. I mean, we could trade 12 for 8. It might be a little bit early, but I think it's worth it. I think we get weaponsmithing and armorsmithing.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield, anything to prolong a soldier's life.
Tempting to grab the furnace as well, but I think we're getting into getting a little bit too greedy if we do that. Maybe. I do generally like armor before weaponry, but I think a few classes are the exception there. I'm quite busty, aren't you? I am, exceedingly so. Thank you for noticing. I think I will take this. I can only upgrade Renaud and Ramez. Keeping your healer alive is real nice. That's all I got to say about that. Alright, twist my arm. We'll also upgrade Renault's armor. But not Ramez's weaponry. Doesn't even increase her speed, and increasing a Vestal's speed is not even necessarily desirable. It's usually quite nice. Alright, I'm going to take this janky-ass setup. I hope you like it, because I'm not sure I do. But we do get to put the Scouting Whistle on our Houndmaster, which is nice. The Chirurgeon's Charm on the Vestal, of course. And the Book of Intuition. Protection Stone? I think we do take a Protection Stone. Jules Tempest, I reinstalled the game yesterday, noticed I can't remember anything, that sounds familiar, and found your 50-minute guide, and now here I am. Well, it's nice to have you. Yeah, I didn't expect that guide to take off anywhere near as much as it did. I made it because I thought it might help some people, and it got like 1 million views, which is, you know, which is really nice to see. I'm glad it has helped people. I do accept that bleed can be sometimes useful in the ruins. I do not think it's worth putting a bleed stone on our Houndmaster. No. I hate that Darkest Dungeon does this. It just defaults to the... It takes you back to like the default mission every time you load this screen, so you can often end up fighting bosses when you did not intend to. We were going to do this, I believe. Yeah, we were going to do this. Just landed us straight back onto the boss. If you don't notice, it can be quite difficult to notice. Yeah. Doesn't end well. It's happened to me many times. We'll only take 8 food, again. Houndmaster's still kind of a sus choice. Will be interesting to see how it works in this comp. Yes, it is definitely not ideal. In my opinion, I agree with you. Antivenom? Nah. We'll take a bandage. We'll take 2 herbs, 2 keys, 2 holy water. Yes, I am not optimistic that Houndmaster is going to do very well for us. Later on, when we have lots and lots of different classes, we might let chat pick a few compositions. I think that would be fun.
Familiar, now foreign.
This is not the setup you want to see early on. Sure, we'll dampen the torch. This isn't bad.
The hearts of men.
I mean, these guys bleed. Hound's Harry is probably not the right choice, though. Houndmaster can help with spiders? Yeah, definitely. You know, this might be quite good. If I'd Hound's Harried and then done this, we might have just killed them all. We still wouldn't have, I don't think. Or Corpse Eaters, yes. Yes. Excuse me? It's too much. That's not great. Okay, we no longer have a shield breaker.
The very precipice of oblivion.
That's actually really rough. Well, Zealous here, that kills 2 of them, that's good. She's taken 10 damage over the next 5 turns. Is Shieldbreaker and DLC in general worth getting for this game? I have opinions on the DLC in this game. I think Shieldbreaker is really cool. The Crimson Court I would recommend getting after you've already beaten the base game once. I would not recommend playing it your first time through, because it affects the base game in ways that are... It just makes the base game harder. the game punishes you for not doing the Crimson Court DLC if you have it enabled. So I would say don't even bother buying it until you've already completed the base game once, and you know what you're doing. You know if the game is for you. I mean, I know you've already played the game, but just in general, I don't think the DLC is super important. Farmstead is nice. Farmstead is a lot more chill. This is going to be rough. This is going to be real rough. Let's go, I guess. There's not a whole lot I can do. I could eat some food. And in fact, I will.
Or expire.
Okay, she's curious. 1 damage per round for 2 rounds. I'm gonna give her 4 food. It's a risky play. This is tough. This is tough, yeah. Might look into Farmstead and Shieldbreaker. Yeah, I would recommend both of those for sure. Crimson Court is great if you've already beaten the game once and you just want a bit of extra challenge. I found it stressful in a way that I wasn't a big fan of. I think it was well designed, but it wasn't for me personally. Right, well, we do want to kill you. And you do bleed. Apparently you do not. I'd quite like to just stun you until I can get my shield breaker healed up a little bit. Not bad, not bad. I 100% agree with Court DLC. Shieldbreaker is awesome. Blight Dealer, though, one needs to deal with her night ambushes. Yes, we may, probably, maybe not tonight, maybe. But Shieldbreaker does have a really interesting, unique mechanic when it comes to taking rests. Stopped playing a while ago after getting a full roster to level 6 and attempted the Darkest Dungeon a few times, a bit stuck at the moment. I will freely admit to anyone that asks that I 100% used a guide to get through the Darkest Dungeon the first time. I don't know that I would have been able to do it without. I have a huge amount of respect for anyone who can. That's not what I intended to do there, by the way. It is very, very difficult. But I think there's a good niche for very, very difficult games, because I don't think there are that many of them anymore. They've certainly been coming back a lot recently, which is nice. And I think Darkest Dungeon's popularity probably had something to do with that resurgence. But yeah, well, back when Darkest Dungeon came out in 2015, games were not that difficult, really. I've heard good things about Shieldbreaker, apparently pretty good for PvP. Yeah, I can imagine that. She has some really nice kind of unique counters to popular effects. I've never played PvP. I did download the Butcher's Circus and then uninstalled Darkest Dungeon a while back because I needed the disk space. So I haven't played it yet. I will say thematically, PvP doesn't really appeal to me for Darkest Dungeon. But it could be fun, and I certainly don't have a problem with it being in the game. It's just not something that I personally think I would want to engage with too much, but it would be nice to try it out once or twice. Oh yeah, we absolutely had his kiss, yeah. Okay. That was a 10% resist. What was her base chance on that? 100%, so yeah. 100%? 100%? Yeah, 100%. So yeah, that was a 10% roll. We just failed. That happens. 10 is a larger number than 0. Can't complain too hard. Nice.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
We don't have to come up here. We do have to come either here or here. However, we know nothing good is up here. Something good might be down here, so I think we do skip the room where we know there's nothing decent, and we have to do a fight. Of course, we could just fight the Shambler at any point and die immediately, so...
On preventing passage.
Scouting? No scouting. That's a shame. We have to come here anyway. I don't know why I phrased that like it was such a choice. Yeah, we just have to do it. If we want to complete the quest, we have to come here. Sucks, dude. I promise I will never underestimate you guys again until tomorrow. Thank you, Vovi. Impale. We can impale Hound's Harry. It's not good. It's just not good. Well, Hound's Rush, though. You're a beast. You take a little bit of extra damage. It's nice.
Cleansed from our lands.
Divine Comfort's really nice because it benefits from the rounding up effect of Shuriken's Charm.
Wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Yeah. There we go. That's what we like to see. So hopefully there's something nice in here. Maybe even some scouting. Like I say, maybe even some scouting. Maybe a Shambler. Who knows? Maybe another Collector. I wouldn't mind fighting another Collector with this setup, actually. I think we'd do quite well. I mean, it's a torch sconce. I mean, I'll give you like 3 guesses. I'll give you 1 guess.
Otherworldly corruption. Cruel machinations spring to life.
She's getting pretty stressed. Okay, we did get some scouting. Secret room, though? No secret room. It's a shame, but at least we know there's no secret room. Trap disarm 45%. I feel like the shield breaker should be good at that, but maybe it's her her affliction. Oh, okay. Still not really. Still not that bad. The affliction is hurting it, but not by very much. Houndmaster, yeah, absolutely. This is medicinal herbs, I believe.
Packs
Nice.
laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I was sold on Darkest Dungeon 2 the moment that they said Wayne was coming back. It's one of the few things they did reveal. Yeah, these guys don't bleed, unfortunately. Scouting guarantees finding a secret room if it's present. I believe so. You've worried me a little bit now, because I never really considered that it didn't. But I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Like, if you scout the corridor where a secret room is, I think it will always find it. Yeah, if it's in scouting range, yeah.
Executed with impunity.
I think we captivate just to kill this, or we could pierce just to kill it. And then we could add... Oh, do we want to add his kiss? I think we do want to add his kiss. So I think I'm happy to pierce this. Nice. That's not too bad, but that's why we brought our shield breaker up. She might just die. She might just die. But not before she blights the shit out of this guy. There we go. I guess we'll Hound's Harry. Because we're not in range to Hound's Rush for target whistle. Right, in my mind it was like a percentage chance to actually detect. No, I believe if you scout the corridor it should find the secret room, if there is one. Target whistle, I believe, does kind of nothing. Well, it helps with Captivate. Captivate's not going to hit the back line, though. I'm just going to Hound's Harry. Get 1 damage done. Maybe helps to clear these corpses. I think that's wishful thinking. Can't even stun it. I think I'll stun you, though. Okay. That's actually an improvement, thank you. I think I'm going to captivate and just destroy this corpse to bring you up to rank 3. Which doesn't quite make you super easy to hit, but it helps. I'm really starting to think Houndmaster was not a good choice here. I mean, I knew it wasn't a great choice. I'm starting to think it was up there with the worst choices. We can Dazzling Light you now, though. Highwayman was almost certainly a better choice, yeah. Sure. You're gonna stop me? Nice. Thank you, Godar. Back you go. Useless. Still kinda useless. Need to kill you. There was a 1 in 4 chance she targets my shield breaker. She targets my shield breaker. There's a 100% chance my shield breaker dies.
So
pretty much.
clearly
Pretty much.
evil.
Pretty much.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Definitely want all of this nonsense. Happy to drop the herbs. Happy to drop the anti-venom. In true Darkest Dungeon fashion, I am failing to use the dog treats. We have at least one more fight. We have no food. I think our shield breaker is deceased. Not like immediately, but she might as well be.
Turning the body against itself, weakening the mind.
I don't really take Houndmaster in Ruins unless I'm doing a mark build for a boss or something. The bleed resist is too much. Hard agree, yes. I usually don't either. I had a choice between Houndmaster and Highwayman, realistically. And I'd used Highwayman for every run so far, so I decided against it, yeah. Yeah. F's for Vauville. There it is.
Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory.
It's okay. Damn, you should be able to eat the dog treats for hunger checks. Honestly, yes, you should. Oh, sweet. It's enough. I think it's enough to swing this, yeah. I think it's enough. We do need to Hounds Rush you down. There should be no good reason you can't eat the dog treats, yeah. But, I mean, then what would the dog eat? That's sad. Best not to think about it. This is tough. This is very tough. I'm thinking Divine Comfort doesn't do a whole lot. These guys are likely dead in one hit anyway. Is it better just to nuke everything down? No, it's not. Throughput heal. I'm not happy with it. Divine Grace might have been better. He's already stressed out. It's fine. And I gotta remember to use the dog treats here. He's marked himself, that's fine. Brilliant. Excellent. That's what we want to see. We really don't want Reynald to get stressed out. He probably still will. Not like anyone uses the treats on the dog. Yeah, absolutely. Possibly the most forgettable mechanic in a video game ever. Don't you dare. Oh, he refused the heal. He refused the heal. That sucks. I'm going to Dazzling Light you instead. Dazzling Light might be the better choice anywhere there. It just is... It's just an instinct to heal him when he's at 0. There should also be a way to distribute the food if you have, for example, 3 pieces and 4 characters. Yes, that would be lovely. I'd love to see that in Darkest Dungeon 2, potentially.
Precision and power.
Just little things like that. I don't think there's a lot to improve about this game, but that just makes it more important to capitalize on the things that can be improved.
Surgical precision.
Does the treat do a worthy stat boost and never seem to notice a good buff? I believe it boosts damage, but not bleeding damage. So if you're using a Houndmaster properly, it shouldn't do very much. Is this just the dog treat? I think the 50% damage is the dog treat. I don't think it improves crit. I could be wrong. I'll try and use it next time and find out. Because I thought it was just damage, but I think part of this is the fact that he crit. He used Cry Havoc on his own. Because he's hopeless, apparently. Just more throughput. Just need to get everyone out of here alive. I will be the bait. It's all I have left to give. He's marked himself. Right, so we have no buffs at the moment. We'll use the dog treat. 50% damage, 15 accuracy. So it helps out his accuracy a little bit, which is useful for bleed builds. But you don't use a Houndmaster for raw damage. So I will give you a protection stone, though. So yeah, the plus 50% damage is nice early on when there's not a whole lot of difference in terms of raw damage between him and more damage-oriented classes. Later on, when his bleed abilities start to shine, you're not going to be caring about the raw damage as much. Okay, well, I'm going to Hound's Rush. Kind of wish I had that dog treat now, if I'm honest. Okay, nice. Still wrecked him. Oh, he still had it active. That's good. And we've actually kind of turned the tide here. We lost our shield breaker. Big whatevs. She was level 0. But it's become clear that we're likely to get out of here intact, which is lovely. Well, Hound's Harry.
Well struck.
It's mathematically better, all right? It's justified. Coffee is now cold. Not a big fan. It's the most satisfying thing ever when the wine skeleton dies in one hit, for sure. Feels so good. It's like revenge. It feels so good. It's like walking on glass.
Can be felt.
Yeah, definitely. It's so tempting. Big plays. It's not too bad, not too bad, not too bad to lose that. Is it good? Well... Okay, we made it, we made it. Any scouting? Nothing else? Nope. Okay, no secret rooms. We haven't found a secret room yet in this campaign. We certainly will. I'd like to this evening.
Our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Only 10k, not a lot of deeds, which is always going to be limiting early on. Why does the dog not deal more damage to the skeletons? Yeah, you'd think it would be all over that shit. In fact, I think if there are skeletons on the field, you shouldn't be able to control the dog. It should just go for the skeletons. I don't think that for balance reasons, but it would be funny. Alright, I'm going to nip to the loo and grab a drink. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Have fun. Okay, this is not an adult beverage. This is orange squash in a gin glass because it's the only clean glass I have. Right. The important thing is that we still have Reynold and Dismas in our team. I think you can only find secret rooms on medium and long dungeons. Is that true? That might be true. I'm sure I've seen them on short dungeons, but I could be misremembering. We may find out. We have Twilight Dreamer. He ignores stealth. That's not nothing. Nervous, unfortunately, sucks. Big time. Germophobia, or germaphobe. It's not good in the ruins, because we do tend to take blight lads with us. Ruins Tactician, not great on a Vestal. Fear of Eldritch actually sucks a whole bunch. Because if we take this guy all the way to the Darkest Dungeon, everything in there is Eldritch. But we can always remove that later on. Cove is also full of Eldritch lads.
Awash in blood.
Oh, and we got a Flagellant.
He bears the burden of 1,000 lifetimes.
Well, I guess we don't go to the ruins with a Flagellant. I mean, you can. Flagellant is good enough that that you can make it work. But we probably don't. We could just get rid of Godar. Oh, he's a Twilight Dreamer. Twilight Dreamer's pretty nice. We could take him to the Weald in a little while. These are both quite bad. I think I'm going to slap him in the Abbey. That's not a euphemism. That'll do for now. Anyone else? Reynold, you can pray. In fact, that's all you can do, I believe. Okay, so who we got? Who are we looking at here? We've got a Grave Robber, a Bounty Hunter, and a Man-at-Arms. Haven't seen any of those this campaign. We will, of course, take them all because we can.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
Flagellant, not flagellant. I've always said flagellant. It might be a UK-US thing. Obviously, I don't know where you're from necessarily. Yeah, it's just how I've always said it. Just how I've always said it. And it is my unfortunate habit of assuming everyone on the internet is American until proven otherwise. But Americans often don't do very much to dissuade that notion, so. But yeah, I've always said flagellant. So where are we going? I don't want to go to the ruins again. We could go Cove. We could go Weald. Quite like Weald. Archer's Ring is not very impressive. Quickening Satchel, we just got one, right? We just got a Quickening Satchel and a Grave Robber. We could use it. That's a thing we could do. I think we go to the Weald. I think we go Weald. We can tunnel vision on trinkets all day, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna do what feels right, you know? I'm going on vibes today. So Kane. Well, I do want Lunge. I do want Lunge. I quite like Lunge, Shadow Fade. Thrown Dagger, Poison Dart's not great in the Weald. Flashing Daggers is okay. I think we go Pick to the Face Lunge over Flashing Daggers, Poison Darts. Yeah, well, okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. We should make a full roster first. So we're taking Grave Robber. I think Man at Arms is totally fine. Neither UK nor US, just an English major here. Oh, well, I'll take your word for it then. Flagellant, yeah, I've got no reason to think Flagellant is wrong. Must be from Latin. I mean, so I study biology and I work in biology. And we talk about flagella, like the little wiggly tail on the arse end of a bacterium or a sperm or something that helps it move. But I've always pronounced it flagella, so I say flagellant. But I could be wrong. Do we want to take Papillion? She's a little stressed out. She's a little anxious. She's a little nervous about something. Take Ramez. They're the same. And you know what, Dismas, you took a week off and the whole place fell apart without you. I know people who I know plenty of people who secretly hope that happens every time they take time off. They're very annoying people. I don't like them. But you know what? This time you proved yourself right. So, Shrojan's Charm. Book of Intuition. I mean, both are fine. I think your way just sounds funny to me. Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah, no, that's fair. Protection Stone. Grave Robber's a bit dodgeful. She's quite dodgy. Not as much as the Highwayman, though. But our Highwayman is a higher level. We do value the speed a lot on Grave Robber. Speed is one of her biggest strengths. Longest one-syllable word in the English language. Strengths. I'll take it on the Vestal. Again, we don't really have a stunner on our team. I think we probably do want the Book of Intuition. I think we want it on our Man-at-Arms, kind of more of a supporting character. Alright, so This lineup is not set in stone. The characters I'm definitely taking. This is the wrong place. Excuse me? Oh, there we go. So, skills. Chatwood. Oh, I like that. That's a nice little reference. The composer for the game is Stuart Chatwood. So that's clearly intentional. That's nice. I'd not noticed that before. I don't think. Do I want Bellow, Defender, Bolster? I think I kind of don't. Bolster could be quite nice, but mostly for later games when the battles tend to go on a little bit longer. Same with Defender. Defender's not bad, though. I think I'm fine with this. I don't think I want to spend money on improving that anyway, or changing that. So yeah, we want to go pick to the face, lunge, over, poison darts, flashing daggers. Thrown dagger is really nice. Lunge, shadow fade is classic, but you can use pick to the face from the front or thrown dagger from the back. From ranks 2 and 3, you can use them both, which is huge. So, definitely want to upgrade both of you, and I think that's all we need. I think that's all we need. Well, camping skills. There's some nice camping skills on Grave Robber, I believe. Night moves. Yeah, I'll take it. And I'd quite like something that gets rid of the ambush. Yeah, Bandit Sense. Yeah, these are pretty expensive. I don't want to spend too much on it just now. Okay, let's go. So for the wield, you know what? I regret not taking. The last 2 runs, I've not taken a shitload of food, and I've regretted it both times. So I'm going to take 12. It's still only a short mission. I'm going to take 12. I'll take 2 spades, 2 antivenoms, 2 herbs, 1 bandage, 1 key, no holy water. I think that's about right. Again, very rusty. We'll try it. I could have it written down somewhere, to be honest. What I need in what location. But I don't. But I could, but I don't.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves.
Good scout.
Let us burn out this evil.
Not a great scout. Get rid of the torch.
Darkness closes in, haunting the
Grave Robber and Highwayman obviously great at disarming traps. Highwayman is a little bit more stressed out. We'll use him. And again, we are allowing ourselves to take torches, just not buy them. But I don't think it's necessarily important here. I think I would rather have the extra inventory space and the extra loot from the darkness. Not bad. Duelist advance into point blank shot could just kill this thing in 2 hits, and he's a beefy lad. What about you? When we have Rampart, you're very good from rank 2 as well. I'm gonna Duelist advance straight into you. These guys don't stress us out. These guys just kill us. Could also go Lunge Shadow Fade, but I think that, well, that's got sort of nice. That's what we might call the opposite of synergy with our Highwayman's point blank shot, because if she lunges up, our Man-at-Arms is going to find himself back in rank 3, and then we're going to run into some positional problems. However, I will stun you. Protheus says, there's handy location equipment guide on the game's wiki. I used to have it open in the background. Yes, I did that as well. Yeah, I definitely have needed that. There's no shame in that. It can be very, very useful. I just want to kill you, I think, yeah.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And like I say, I also used just a straight-up guide to get through the Darkest Dungeon itself. I think it's either the 2nd or the 3rd of the 4 Darkest Dungeons is just brutally difficult. Oh, he's in rank 3. I can hit him. Retribution? No, I just want to murder him. Alright. Oof.
Unbalanced.
No bleed, though. I think at this point we can lunge, because I can use Duelist Advance from 3, yeah. Lunge is really, really nice. It's very high damage. Oh, especially when it does that. Wonderful. No, I'll just pistol shot. That's fine. That's kind of less fine. I'm just going to use a bandage here, I think. Oh, no, I'm not. That's a little excessive. It's a little cautious.
Has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Michael says, screw those bandit guys, they attack your hamlet later. I hate them from a lore perspective, especially their boss. Yeah, they are cool from a lore perspective. But yes, they are a real thorn in your side all the way throughout, for sure. I mentioned last time, actually, I ran a D&D campaign based on Darkest Dungeon for about 8 months or so, and went off the rails immediately. My players sided with the bandits, which I thought might happen. Immediately assumed that the ancestor was the big bad evil guy, which, you know, from a certain perspective. I actually don't think I have the... Is this anti-venom? This is a spade, right? Or is this herbs? Anyone in chat know? Yeah, and they made friends with a swine they called Ami. It was cute, but not what I intended to happen. Yeah, does anyone recall what the shallow grave is? I feel like it must be a spade, but I also feel like it needs cleansing. If it's a spade, I'm moving on. Yeah, I also think it's a spade. I'm moving on. I only have 1 spade. Yeah, I agree. I was hoping I was wrong and it was something else, but I think you guys are right. I think it is a shovel. Oh, this is anti-venom. How did I miss that on the way past? Or was it a bandage? I don't think it's a bandage.
Nature herself.
I think a bandage is for the what's a bandage for? I can picture it. I think this might be a bandage, but I'm not. Am I using? Is this a bandage? This is a bandage. I think there's something else that needs a bandage, though.
Waiting to be spent.
It might be against a skeleton that pops out of you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't use my last shovel, because we've got another obstacle right behind us here. You need to die immediately. Don't need to do it with pistol shot, though. Yeah, pistol shot actually does slightly more damage on average. even though Duelist Advance feels stronger because of the riposte. Wish I had flashing daggers, but hey, there's always one skill you wish you had. Doesn't mean it was the right call to take it. It was shovel, yeah.
A faint hope blossoms.
Feels so weird looking at an unmodded run after so long. Yeah. I have experimented a little bit with mods on this game, but honestly, the base game is just so good that I don't feel like it needs it. At least for me. Once you've completed it a couple of times, I can see why you want to start modding it. Do we want to Duelist Advance this? I think we probably would rather pistol shot. It does an extra 1 damage on average. Okay, we didn't need to. That's fine. And we will lunge at this just to murder it. Yep. Man-at-Arms gets a shot in. Yeah, I did try out Pitch Black Dungeon a while back. There are videos of that. They're pretty old at this point. That was a great mod. Really, really good. We have no shovels. Concerning the D&D game, it totally makes sense the Ancestor is the big bad evil guy. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure. I felt like it could have gone either way. But they cottoned on that he was hiding something from them and assumed he was the villain. So yeah, that's what we did, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. Siding with the bandits, I half expected. Siding with the swine, I did not expect. But it made for a cool story. But it made sense in context. If the Ancestor is the big bad evil guy, it makes sense that they would want revenge. They would have a goal in common, you know. The Ancestor narration wasn't even hinting, but outright screaming it. Yes, my dude is sus AF. He is extremely not POG. He is extremely unsubscribe. But he's also voiced by Wayne June. Of course, the disadvantage I had is that I am not Wayne June. I'm not a professional voice actor. Could have hired Wayne June to stand in my room and narrate all of the Ancestors' lines. That would have been cool. I hope they at least still killed Wilbur. I did not feature Wilbur, unfortunately. Maybe I should have done. That would have been cool.
Cleansed from our lands.
They did befriend a swine folk they called Ami because he didn't understand the concept of a name. So when asked about himself, he said, "I am me," and they shortened it to Ami. This is going quite well. I haven't really been paying attention to the game in a while. Still waiting for Mr. June to narrate Bloodborne 2. I can't tell if you're joking, but that would be fucking sweet, dude. Gets advantage on narration rolls. Yeah, he has performance proficiency for sure.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I'm not really into like the Bloodborne series, so I need to check if you are joking when you're talking about Bloodborne 2 being narrated by Wayne June. Would be cool. I just arrived. How many heroes have you lost? We have lost 2 tonight on 2 separate runs, which is not bad for me. Darkest Dungeon themed D&D game sounds really fun to play, but very difficult to run. It was very difficult to run. There was a lot going on at once. I anticipated it being a lot easier than it was, but I enjoyed it. It was really cool. Wayne June. Is there a Wikipedia page? He doesn't have a Wikipedia page. I'm not seeing anything about Bloodborne 2. Would be good, though. I assume it's a meme. Oh, there's a fan trailer for Bloodborne with Wayne June's narration edited in. It's amazing. That sounds really, really good, yeah.
Be gone, fiend.
Wayne June is such a good voice actor, I don't want to know what he looks like. Because there's no way it would live up to it, you know? Oh, Bloodborne 2's not been announced yet. Oh, okay. I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure it will happen. I never played Bloodborne because I don't have a console. But I played Dark Souls 3. I never finished it. But I played it for maybe 12, 15 hours or so. It was a lot of fun. That was a good crit. We liked that one. Have Discord messages? That doesn't seem right.
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
I do have Discord messages. I'm incredibly popular. We definitely want to stun the Acolyte. 100%. These guys have some protection. Should have brought a shield breaker. Give it time and Bloodborne will be emulated just like Demon Souls. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I've been on the internet for too long ever to underestimate the collective power of a fan base to make their vision happen. It's genuinely incredible. Every single popular media property, and plenty of unpopular ones, just have such dedicated fan bases working round the clock for free to realize their vision of what they want that media property to be, and it's genuinely one of the most wonderful things about the internet. Want to murder you? Just for a change in tone. Want to murder you? Do you want to lunge? I think we want to lunge. It's not ideal. I definitely need to pay attention to this game at some point. There we go. Pistol shot should do it. Bit to the face. It's one lady that's single-handedly demaking Bloodborne with PS1 graphics and gameplay. That sounds really, really cool. Yeah. Maybe I'm selling individual people short when I say the collective power of a fan base, because often it is just one or two incredibly dedicated people, yeah. Have you seen Joe Manganiello? That guy definitely has a great voice which he lives up to, so it's not impossible. Yes, I did binge all of the first season of Critical Role during the pandemic. But yes. Joe Manganiello and Travis Willingham for the same reasons. I know that's not all Joe Manganiello's famous for. We're talking D&D. Why devs don't want to give us Darkest Dungeon for Android is beyond me. Yeah, that would be cool. I can see that. I can see that working really well. Yeah. Is there an iOS version?
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
If there's an iOS version, there's no excuse for there not to be an Android version, really. Yeah. If there isn't, then, you know, maybe, but I can.
The darkness holds dominion.
We don't have a spade.
Black as death.
I still think it would work for Android for sure. I think that would be very cool. I'd play it. I'd buy it just to support Red Hook.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Oh, okay. We're fine. Game is a no-brainer for mobile given the simple controls and interface. Yeah. This is just damage, really. The back row can stack up blight on us, which is a problem. But also the front line's a lot easier to kill, so I think maybe it's more important we do that. I'm just going to pick to the face. Not too bad. About all I could have expected. That's good. That's really good. Have you ever played Crimson Court DLC? Yes, I have. Honestly, I didn't really enjoy it. I mean, it was fine. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the base game. I think if you've already played through the base game once and you know what you're doing and you are better at the game than I am, then it might be for you. It is very, very difficult in a way that I feel like it didn't really tell you enough of what you were meant to be doing. Maybe that was me missing stuff, but I feel like Darkest Dungeons, all of the presentation stuff aside, like the art and the narration and the music, which is all fantastic, but that aside, the main gameplay hook of Darkest Dungeon is that it tells you exactly what you need to do, but it is still very, very difficult. And Crimson Court really didn't feel like it followed that philosophy.
Clarified in a single strike.
The sweet set items from Crimson Court are worth it, though. Yeah, they're worth it if you can get them. I don't think I ever really did. Not a full set, anyway. 3 Crusaders and a Vestal. I've not heard of that. I've not heard of that setup.
But a victory nonetheless.
It's been a while since I've been on the Darkest Dungeon subreddit, you know, but can see that being cool. Yeah, I mean, Holy Lance is very powerful. Yeah, that one went okay. I wasn't really paying attention to the game at all, and we still succeeded, so I'll take it. What do we need on an ancient coffin? I'm just going to use everything, see what works. Herbs seem to make sense. Anything? Anything at all? We haven't got a secret room, might as well use a key. Don't think it'll work. I guess we just open it. 4 Crusaders, yeah, 4 Crusaders I have heard of, but I don't think I've ever tried. When we have our sea legs back under us in future streams, we'll definitely try some janky ass shit like that. I say janky ass shit, it's not just a meme build, like it is good, I know it's good, but I've never tried it. It is nothing, yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about Lurker replacing Night Owl. I think it's pretty good in a Highwayman. The raw damage is very nice. Enlightened sucks. Tone Deaf is not too bad.
The preponderance of rare and exotic entries makes this place perfect for the study of suffering.
So we can get rid of a quirk. Fear of mankind. I'm just going to take a look through my quirks. You know what? We'll take everyone out of the lineup. I will say one thing I'm enjoying a lot more about streaming this, as opposed to doing like a classic style Let's Play, is just being able to take my time with stuff like this and not feel like I'm losing people, if that makes sense. It's just kind of a nice place to hang out. The Last Crusade, that's 4 Crusaders, right? It's very powerful in ruins. Yeah, I bet it is. Oh, Godard's gone missing. Great. I was going to get rid of him anyway, pretty much. Weak Grip is obviously not too bad. Ruminator's not too bad. We could get rid of Reynald's Kleptomaniac. It's locked in, which is a shame. Perfectionist also seems pretty bad. I mean, all of these just suck a whole lot. Dark Temptation's not awful, but everything else is just terrible. What about Dismas? We could just get rid of Enlightened. Oh no, it's free. We can get rid of Kleptomaniac because it's free. That's why we're here in the first place. Don't think we have anyone who's diseased though. No, that's okay. That's okay. Well, we could get rid of a different quirk on someone else. Could we? Oh, it's patient cells. Shit. Not treatment library, it's patient cells. Never mind. Ah, well, we needed to use those anyway at some point. Fire Reynald, I might. If it was anyone else, I wouldn't. Yeah, sorry, if it was anyone else, I would fire him in a heartbeat. But I've got a soft spot, you know? Got a soft spot. I do think we want to get rid of one of these antiquarians. It's probably going to be you, isn't it? Ruins Phobe, get out of here. Come on.
Suffer not the lame horse, nor the broken
I'll take another
man.
bounty hunter. I think another grave robber, actually. Grave robber is one of my favorite classes. It's almost hard to go wrong. Oh, a blasphemous vial. If there wasn't the achievement for keeping Reynolds and presumably Dismas alive until the Darkest Dungeon, I would fire him always. Yeah, that's fair. Worst thing about Kleptomaniac is that devs programmed in increased loot rate for that trait, so you'd be extra salty at what you lost. Is that true? If that's true, that's awful. It feels like a meme, but I kinda believe it. Yeah, it's an interesting kind of quirk of human nature, is that as soon as you hear that whistle from Reynolds, you know that whatever's in there is gone. And you also know that it's generated at the point at which you open it, but it still feels like you lost it. I think we do want to capitalize on having the Blasphemous Vial. Yeah, it's really good. My only worry is, do we have a good team for it? So we do want a Crusader, is the thing. And we don't have one. But we don't need a Crusader. Not necessarily. I think we do want Dismas. Dismas is great. We want him in the second or third row, I think. Because the Necromancer occupies rank 4. Rank 3 and 4? I think it's just rank 4. And he has minions ahead of him that occupy the front 3 ranks, much like the Collector. I think we could take this. We could have Dismas in rank 2. Pistol Shot does have an increased damage against marked enemies. We also have a Bounty Hunter. Necro is really easy. Yeah, he is pretty easy. But I have also died to him before. The bane of too many extra class mods, waiting 8 weeks for a Crusader. More evil than Yahweh. Yeah, that's the reason that I deactivated the Musketeer. Is because I would rather just have the Arbalist. I don't need the Arbalist to be split into 2 very slightly different classes, each with their own specific class trinkets, is the thing. So yeah, I think we go Bounty Hunter. We do want to mark our lad. Ramez is super stressed out. We'll take Papillon. And I guess a Grave Robber in 3rd. Grave Robber in 3rd makes sense. Throne Dagger is also good against marked, yeah. But the same Grave Robber, perhaps? Yeah, the same Grave Robber makes sense, even though she's pretty stressed out. She's pretty stressed out. We'll take Warsea. I'm not confident because we have 3 level 0s. Why does Musketeer even exist? It was a backer reward, right? It was a Kickstarter pledge incentive, I think. But yes, I agree that it doesn't need to be in the game anyway. Why you don't use buff on Dismas? Buff tracking shot? It can be good. I do later on. When fights last longer, I think it's more worth it. Musketeer is free DLC now, yeah. This could be a little rough. This could be a little rough. What am I doing? I'm going to the guild. So I do want Mark for Death. I think actually I value all of these. I'm not doing very much stunning, which actually is a problem in itself. I will take Flashbang. Do I take Flashbang? Yeah, because Dismas is going to spend some of his time in rank 1. I think I do take Flashbang, but I don't take... How stunnable is the Necromancer is the thing. I think Necro is quite stunnable. And I think that means I don't want Uppercut. So I'll take away Uppercut. and I'll give him mark for death. I wish devs had implemented Cannoneer mod over Musketeer. The mechanic of having to light the fuse in exchange for big boy numbers and accuracy debuff was fun. That does sound fun. I never played that, but I appreciate the ingenuity of the modding community in pretty much every game. Poison Dart is quite strong. Poison Dart is quite good against Necromancer specifically. So is Thrown Dagger, though. You know what? If we're marking stuff, we need to be able to hit the back rank during the rest of the dungeon is the thing. We can't just gear for the boss and tunnel vision on that and forget that we also have to do everything else. But I think we take this. It makes it difficult for us to hit the front row, but that's okay. We have a man-at-arms, a bounty hunter, sorry, and we have a highwayman. So the issue now, we would need 15 portraits. We can't have 15 portraits. I'm sorry, that's not feasible. Nor can we upgrade these. We'll do it. Hail Mary. His stun resist is 75. Yeah, that's rough. Perhaps we won't be stunning him too much then. We might just have to mark and DPS him down. That would also be fine. That would also be absolutely fine. So, where are we going? Shuriken's Charm on you. Prot on Grave Robber. I think that's fine. Quickening Satchel's also quite nice. We definitely want Prot on someone. -1 speed. I'm okay with that on the Bounty Hunter. This is not good, I think. Going to be trying to make an effort not to use too many range skills. Wicked Slice and Duelist Advance are very nice. I think that's okay. I think that's all we need. In a way, it's all we can take. And because it's a boss, it will be a medium dungeon, so we'll have a campfire. This is how we do it. It's okay. Tracking's okay. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. With Dismas, we have Bandit Sense, which is nice. Unparalleled Finesse is good, but, I mean, later on, we are going to want to be using more ranged attacks because we're going to be fighting the boss itself. So perhaps we would rather have clean guns for that. And we can switch to pistol shot, yeah. We'll see. Not too bothered about either of these. Papillon. Vestal camping skills aren't generally great for the most part, in my opinion. I think this is okay. I think this is fine. I think we can just go with this. I'm a little bit worried, but I really want the vial. The vial is super nice. So I'll take all the food. 3 shovels for a maximum of for a total of 4. 2 bandages, 2 herbs, 3 keys, 2 holy water. We got the gold to splash.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat? A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
Crusader's Vigil camp skill is mad when you think about it. Staying up all night to guard the party lowers his stress. Yes. Yes, mad respect for our selfless boy. I'm actually, you know what, yeah. We'll do it, we'll do it.
Holds much worse than mere trickery. And
Vial for the plague doctor you don't have yet. Yeah! I need to rub it in. Yeah, we don't have a plague doctor at the moment. We certainly will later on.
executed with impunity.
Plague Doctor is probably my most used class, I think. Really, you couldn't have marked Dismas? That's okay. I mean, sure.
Their formation is broken.
Oh, I didn't give her ah, dear me. Yeah, I didn't give her. What even is it? Dazzling Light, that's what it's called. I should have done, but I didn't. Brain fart. Use Highwayman's buff skill in the first round of the boss fight. Yeah, that could be a good time for it. I do have it, yeah. Plague Doctor is guaranteed on the coach for week 1, though. You're absolutely correct about that, yes. Yeah, we lost Plague Doctor, unfortunately.
Be gone, fiend.
Our best girl. We lost her in the ruins.
To the pit.
We'll get another one. We'll pick her up again.
These
And it's, of course, strongly implied that
they can be beaten.
Strongly implied that each character from a particular class is in fact the same person from a different timeline. So, hey, we'll get her back. We won't get a different Plague Doctor. We'll get her back. Laws, her name was. F's in chat.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
I'm strongly of the opinion that good scout, not a bad scout. Strongly of the opinion that Darkest Dungeon. Well, my opinion's so strong I can't even remember what I was saying. It's really, really difficult early on. Gets a lot easier later on.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
They have the same backstory, so it would make sense to be different. Yeah, exactly. This is worrying me. Really worrying me quite a lot, actually. Really wish I'd taken Dazzling Light. No More Heroes mod gives you only one of each class. Really gives you a way to play Radiant and not feel like you wussed out. Yeah. I appreciate that. It's, I don't feel like there should be like a stigma against playing a game on an easier difficulty setting anyway. I know that stigma is kind of endemic to the gaming community. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, by the way, but it is a real thing. But yeah, no, I get it for sure. We have PBS here. Good PBS one shot.
Remind yourself that overconfidence.
I don't think I want the Sturdy Greaves.
Killer.
Don't think I want the Sturdy Greaves at all, if I'm honest. I'll take the gold. It's not 175 gold. It's room for a stack of gold. So only one of each class. Does it just give you that like one of each class like right out of the gate? And then if that character dies, they're gone forever? That does seem like a cool way to play the game, yeah.
Another one falls. Continue the onslaught.
I think I would probably make it to like medium dungeons, maybe. Sorry, not medium, you know what I mean, orange dungeons. If that class dies, no more of them on the coach, yeah.
As the fiend falls,
so you could just end up having to 4 Crusader your way through the entire Darkest Dungeon. That wouldn't go very well, but it would be quite funny.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Honestly, I say it wouldn't go well, I'm sure someone's done it.
This momentum. Push on to the task's end.
This is nothing? Alright. We do want to camp quite close to the boss, I think. Yeah, why not make a hard game even harder? I mean, once you've beaten the game once, you probably want a little bit more of a challenge if you're playing it again, right? I get it. It's cool. But yeah, I don't think I would do very well in it. We all know Reynold and Dismas can solo Ancestor with enough grinding. Wouldn't surprise me if someone had taken just those two through the Darkest Dungeon. Citron is the least valuable gem? Yeah, did I dump a more valuable gem? I can't remember. I might have done. I've definitely done that before. Again, just damage, no stress. I'm okay with that. I have a Vestal. I'd like her to be able to carry on healing things. That's fine. Good crit. It's not a wicked slice. Yeah, that should have killed him. Didn't. No worries. Good dodge. Do you have DLCs enabled? Good question. I have the Farmstead enabled, as well as districts and everything that comes with it. I do not have the Crimson Court enabled. I do have Shieldbreaker, though. Color of Madness DLC, that's what I'm talking about, not the Farmstead. Yes, absolutely. What I've played of it, I really enjoyed. I thought it was really cool to have an endless mode. In Darkest Dungeon, I'm a big fan of endless modes in games like this in general. I don't always play them, but yeah, I think they're always a good addition. It's good to see how far you can go. But I haven't played enough of it. I would like to give it a shot on this campaign later on, possibly.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Yeah, it does seem very, very cool, and I'd like to see them do more of that kind of thing in Darkest Dungeon 2. I'm gonna get rid of the Jade, I think. Again, I know Citron's less valuable, but we have 3 of them.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Really cool items from Color of Madness. Yes, the trinkets you get from that are really, really cool. Absolutely nuts. Just game changers. Not necessarily like just super powerful, but they make you play in a different way, and it's really, really cool. This sucks. This sucks. We knew it was likely. We're probably gonna wipe on Necro. We're probably gonna wipe on Necro. We do have 3 level 0s and no Crusader. So while Necro is generally relatively easy, maybe not the best build for it. Broken Key is great. Remind me what that does again. I don't remember specifics because it's been a good couple of years since I've played it. I know there are lots of trinkets in Color of Madness that are sweet.
The end approaches.
Sure. Nice.
Sedated.
I mean, yeah. You love to see this? You love to see this. Leaves him at 1, unfortunately. Should probably camp here, yeah. There are obviously benefits to camping a little way before the boss, because a lot of things last for a certain number of battles.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Do you want to just go in on this? I think we do. Okay. Not terrible. Sloppy. Real sloppy, but not the end of the world. This is unlocked. The contents are mine. Perhaps should have done that after camping when we have the inventory space. Definitely want the busts. This is 1,000 gold. This is 1,500. This is 1,000 gold, but we have more room to stack them. I think we do get rid of the citrons for the busts. Yeah, I don't like it, but I will do it. Right. We eat for 8 every single time.
Furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
So first things first, we need bandit sense to give us any chance at all. Clean guns is also tempting, but we only have 8 time units left. The necromancer is size 1, I believe, and we may in fact have 4 battles before we get there. Probably not, but maybe. Extra scouting chance is nice. I mean, night moves is more efficient. Maybe we wait and see if we have 2 or 3 units left at the end. No one here is religious. But 5% protection is still valuable. It doesn't affect her, unfortunately. It's all companions, not party. This is not ideal. I think we take clean guns, and then we take night moves, and then we just encourage, potentially. All bosses are large, is that true? Maybe that is true? Maybe that is true, now you mention it. I'm prepared to believe that. I'd never really considered it, but I think you might be right. Thanks, just real stressed out.
The light, the promise of safety.
Uppercut would be better through the dungeon. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, thank you. That's a good shout. Necro's a large shot for sure. Yeah, I'm having trouble picturing it, but I think I might be picturing the Collector with 3 minions in front of him. But maybe the Necro is large and has 2 minions in front of him. That actually does seem right. And that makes him easier to hit. What do you think we'll see in Darkest Dungeon 2? Buddy, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. It's going to be cool, though. I have a lot of faith in Red Hook to deliver on whatever their vision for it is. Just triggered a Shambler fight without knowing that was a thing. Rip my team. Yep. That is a thing. I mean, I will say, the Shambler altar does say, place a torch here if you crave the void. That's a hell of an if statement. But now we know, and we've come out the other end stronger for it. Or dead. Judgment? Divine Comfort. You have one job, Papillon. You have one job. Forget about the torch? Yes, I did, you're right. Thank you.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but
I'm not being strict about it, but I did want to take the torch down. I learned by paying with the lives of 4 people. Hey, we've all made mistakes at work, you know? No need to beat yourself up about it. Just come in the next day. You've learned from your mistakes. You're stronger. And if they don't let you through the door, well, that's on them. That's their problem, that they're too narrow-minded.
Mechanical hazards possessed by
No, no, you don't want to do this, buddy. Disregard. Would love a secret room here. It would make the wipe that much sweeter. You cannot learn a thing you think you know. Also, that other quote. Again, just damage, no stress. We're in really good shape. Well, I mean, apart from the fact that our hero is afflicted with a great fear, we're in really good shape apart from that, of course. Does seem like kind of a big deal now you mention it. Don't think we want to stun these. I think we just want to murder them. Could be wrong. She's just going to heal herself? No, she's going to Judgment, because she will heal herself in the process. Good. It's alright. Excuse me. If you like, you don't have to. You're in the comfort of your own home. Don't let me tell you what to do. It's not ideal. I'm just going to PBS. Drag the living one up to rank 3, where he can be... Oh, he can't be bountied, he can be finished. He's not stunned, but it's still not too bad. Lunge or thrown dagger? It's lunge. Lunge is better. There we go.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Definitely want the 4 crests. Guess I'll get rid of the holy water. That doesn't seem right. I'll get rid of the jades. Yeah, that's fine. Whereas you are holy water, right? And that heals you? Could do with my Vestal being healed. Heal stress as well, I believe, although not completely. She is still gonna be afflicted. And we're about to face the boss, which is lovely. Food? Yes, that's a good shout. That would have been a better shout. We do want to use the food to heal, but we have I know we only have 8. I think I would rather use the food to heal. I think I'm going to play it a little bit safer. You're right that I didn't consider it at the time. But I think I would have done the same thing, personally. I could be wrong. Yes, it's not great. And we could still find a hunger check. I think it's unlikely. It might be impossible for mechanical reasons I don't understand, but as far as I understand it, we could still find a hunger check and die immediately. Functionally. Point blank shot not doing work for me right now, because I keep insisting on killing the front line. That's pretty good, though. I'll take Duelist Advance every time. What's my Vestal speed like? So, Cutthroat speed is 3. Vestal's is 8. We think the Bounty Hunter can kill it. We can... Bounty Hunter's... Oh, yeah, it's his first turn. Okay, sorry. Ignore me. We can probably get another heal off here. Better than nothing. Ah, damn. Played and lost. Okay, well, we gained 8 hit points and lost 11. It's not the end of the world. It's not the beginning of the world, though, is it? You never hear about that.
So too will resistance.
That's fine. I'll dump the holy water, take the jade back. Okay, and now... Now, we will... I think tracking shots are a reasonable shot. Extra damage is nice. The extra accuracy and crit are really good, though. I don't think I'm going to want Duelist Advance. I think I want Tracking Shot. I don't think I want PBS. Open Vein. The Necromancer does bleed, I believe. Undead, but not skeletal. Good evening. Finally a game that I understand. Welcome back. Yes, I remember you from the Loop Hero stream. I too understand this game a lot better than I understand Loop Hero. Yeah, I believe the Necromancer can bleed, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I think I'm going to be using a lot of Pistol Shot. Maybe I take Grape Shot Blast over Open Vein. Yeah, Open Veins... the Necromancer is going to be in the back row most of the time. I think I take Grape Shot Blast if I want to clear the front row. Maybe. I think Highwayman is going to be my least useful party member here. I'll say that for sure. Bounty Hunter. Flashbang is a good shout. Finish him is fine. I think I would rather have... Flashbang can do almost everything that Uppercut can in terms of stun utility. And if you're stunning something, you're stunning it. You don't care too much about the damage. Mark is very important. Collect Bounty is potentially very important. I think it's okay. Thrown Dagger is good against Marked. Don't think I want Lunge Shadow Fade. I think I want, yeah, Poison Darts. That was it. Toxin Trickery's not bad. And of course, my Vestal I didn't pay any attention to. So I think we're good.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare.
Unholy Eldritch does bleed, is blightable. Do I want to lunge? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot else. Let's go in. Good crit to start us off. This is stress. Not too bad. Tracking shot. Yeah, we'll try tracking shot. I haven't used it in a long time. I believe the buff lasts for 3 rounds. Oh, it's the entire fight. Oh, okay. That's a game changer. I didn't think it was that strong. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I do have a bad habit of not using skills that I don't understand, so of course then I don't understand them, so I don't use them, so I don't understand them, and it's a problem. It's not what I'm pretending is unique to me. Certainly, it's a very common thing, but it's not helpful. Yeah, okay. We don't have Shadow Fade. Yeah, we lunged, but we did not have Shadow Fade. Also, my dudes aren't going to be coming up near her anytime soon, so I think we're just going to take the L on that and move her back. More stress. It's a problem. Okay. Want to start stacking up Blight? No, we want to Thrown Dagger, I think. Yeah, Shadow Fade over Poison Darts was probably correct if we're marking him. But I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, so he is in rank 4. Does he still count as large? That's the thing I didn't understand. I thought large meant it takes up 2 spaces, but maybe all bosses count as large. That, again, is something that I think maybe could be explained a little bit better if that is true. By the game, I mean. We'll remark him. We'll remark him. That's fine. Not great. Good crit. You love it. You do. You do. Still marked. Yeah, we're doing a lot of damage to him. He has no protection, which is nice.
The blood quickens.
Not just because he's marked. It is nice to just nuke the boss and not even worry about the ads. It's going better than I expected it to. I didn't expect to do well at all here. I kind of thought we would be dead by now, to be honest. So I'm just going to move the mic over a little bit. Apologies if you heard that. I think I might be peaking slightly. My pop filter is from like 4 years ago and it was made for a different mic. I'm just gonna kill you, dude. You can't stop me. Only 5? You sure you got no protection? And yeah, 75% stun resist. We do still have to kill all the minions after the Necromancer, I believe. Is there any point marking it? I don't think there is. I really don't think there is. I just realized why your stream was recommended to me in the first place. I was curious about Darkest Dungeon. Yes. I made a little throwaway guide to Darkest Dungeon a few years back that kind of took off a little bit. So. Which is great. I'm glad that got out to a lot of people. We also don't have to kill these guys, apparently.
This expedition at least promises success.
We'll take that. Yeah, well, it's good to have you. Thank you. Let's continue adventuring. Do we get any scouting? No, we get an abomination trinket though. That's fine. Yeah, when I made that guide, I was like, I'll be happy if that gets like 1,000 views, and it's taken a while, but it's nearly 1 million now, which is ridiculous when I stopped to think about it for a second. Light sensitive is not that bad for us. The torch is rarely going to be above 75. Oh, natural is interesting. Yeah, it's really good early on because having no trinkets is a very reasonable choice. Unholy Hater is great in the ruins. Natural is really nice. Natural is really, really nice.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okay. Everyone's pretty freaked out about something. Ramez might just be done, man. Oh, light sensitive isn't too bad. Actually, none of these are that bad for a Vestal. Still. Some of these are quite nice. Yeah, all right. But I will put them in stress relief, I think. Yeah, okay. Both of our Vestals? Both of our Vestals. They're both afflicted. We don't really have a choice. So, Chatwood, you may have composed some fantastic music for Darkest Dungeon and other games, but you are done, my friend.
The task ahead is terrible.
And you are being replaced.
And weakness cannot be tolerated.
Bernier? Can't get rid of Dismas. I refuse to get rid of Warsea as well. Started my first run of Darkest Dungeon last night. I'm on week 7 on Darkest. Your guide was really helpful. Thank you. Well, good. I'm glad it was helpful for you. Yeah. It's I think Darkest Dungeon does a pretty good job of explaining itself to new players, but I think most games fall short in some areas because they don't want to like drone on and on in the tutorial. They want to just get you in and playing, and I get that, but it can be a little overwhelming sometimes. We do want to increase the size of our roster, but deeds are gold dust. I'll trade in 3 busts for 2 deeds. Grab ourselves another bounty hunter, another grave robber.
The promise of payment.
Sorted by stress. Sorted by level. Yeah, that's the order we want to do that in. All right. We have a lot of gold. We do not have a healer, so I think we do a kind of throwaway run here. It might be a little bit early to be doing throwaway runs, but I think it's fine. We could do this. 3 deeds, 3,000 gold is nice. 3 deeds is wonderful. Bloodied Fetish is okay. It's not bad. I think it's better than nothing most of the time. So we want to take an Antiquarian with us, which is a terrifying concept. Antiquarian, you're our healer now. It's all on you, buddy. Jesus, okay. That means we want to take some tanky people. So, Gruchet, I think, is a good shout. Kane is a little bit stressed out, but she should be okay. Not with that skill set. We want someone else in the front line, maybe a bounty hunter. We'll take Tunai. When I first played it, I had no idea what to do, and my poor level of English didn't help. My dude, you speak better English than most people I know. I live in England. You are absolutely fine. The game is just confusing. It's not you. The tooltips are one of my main gripes about Darkest Dungeon. The tooltips are extremely opaque. Like, this is quite clear because it only Excuse me. I mean, it's actually not super clear what it does, but it's better than a lot of them. Let's see if I can find a really confusing one. There's a few, like, really fucking awkward ones. And sometimes it's not clear whether it affects one target or all targets, and there's all kind of nonsense going on with the tooltips in this game. Do you get emotionally attached to the characters? Not getting emotionally attached to the characters is part of the theme of the game. It's it can be difficult not to, and that's very deliberate, because the characters feel very human, because they have like human traits and human flaws. They do feel like real characters, so when they die, it can feel like a punch in the gut, and not just because you know that you're more likely to lose the run. But the whole point of the game is that you can't get attached to them, even though it's difficult. I say the whole, but maybe not the whole point, but it's certainly a running theme. So we want to do a kind of throwaway run, get the bloodied fetish. And I think that will probably do it. It's getting a little bit late here. I am working tomorrow. Why did we get rid of everyone? That's a great question. Who are we going to do? We're going to take Kane. Hey, hello from Zambia. Wow, hello to Zambia. That's why I never did sacrificial run. Yeah. We had an antiquarian healer. That was it. Yes, definitely. Okay. I really wish we had a plague doctor right now. It would make everything a lot easier. The funny thing about the Shuriken's charm is it's going to mean that this heals at least 2. It's going to heal exactly 2 every time, unless it crits. Which is very funny, yes. Definitely want you. We can give the Grave Robber -1 speed. She'll still go first the vast majority of the time. I'm happy to take it in return for 1 less damage on every attack. -1 speed, yeah. Couldn't give a shit less. Sorry, I try not to swear too much on stream, but sometimes you just have to. Protection Stone, well, if we want to use a guard skill, then maybe, but do we want to use a guard skill? I mean, probably not. This would be for a man-at-arms anyway, not a bounty hunter. I think we're fine. We'll do it, though. So. That's what I wanted to do before I got rid of everyone, by mistake. So, I think I do want Rampart. I don't think I want Defender. I don't think it's going to be super relevant. But I think it's probably going to be more useful than Bolster. So, you know what? We'll take it. We'll drop Bolster and take Rampart instead. And this is just a run to eat up some time so that these guys can be a little bit less stressed out. I think maybe I will use the Tavern. I generally don't like to. I think it's less good than the Abbey most of the time. So, Croissant. We're not going to be marking things, generally speaking. Caltrops could be nice. No, it couldn't. We're going to the ruins. We'll take Uppercut, yeah. If he sticks around, we're going to want Uppercut on him at some point. Come Hither could be nice, yeah. Kane... well, is Corson only good from rank 3? Yeah, he can use everything except Uppercut from rank 3, so I think we do want to go Lunge, Shadow Fade, Thrown Dagger, Pick to the Face? Yeah, sure. Tried and tested. Do I really want to spend any money on anything an Antiquarian has to offer? Not really, no. Kind of defeats the point of an Antiquarian to some extent. And... camping skills. It's a short mission. I'm starting to flag a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. My mind's starting to dissolve. The Antiquarian, Protect Me, and the Man-at-Arms Retribution are a great one too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see it. I'd not thought about that. That's a great point. That does sound good. We'll try that out. We're good for trinkets. Oh, we could upgrade Kane's armor and weaponry, couldn't we? Give ourselves the best chance possible. This is a time waste run to reduce stress, but we would rather rather succeed than fail. We'll take 12. 2 shovels. 1 anti-venom? No anti-venom. We don't need anti-venom. 2 herbs. I always get herbs and anti-venom the wrong way around. I think that will do.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
It is so important that we get scouting here that I'm not dulling the torch. For anyone joining in the last, I don't know, hour or so, we're not doing a full torchless run. I'm not allowing myself to buy torches. This is a very casual run. So I would rather keep as much torchlight as possible and get scouting here so we can figure out which way we need to go, or if we need to go both ways, at least we'll know. Collect bounty. These guys are human, which is nice. Not nice enough. This might be the time for it. Let's give it a shot. I can see it being really good. I can see it being really, really good. Can we kill either of these? Probably not. This is gonna need damaging more. We're pretty much guaranteed to kill rank 3 next time we hit it. Rank 2, not so much. Sure. So the guard lasts 1 round, so that's 1 round after this, I think. So we can stab this. We were not guaranteed to kill it, but we did kill it. That's pretty good. That's not great. Riposte still lasts 2 rounds. I will stun you, knock you back. Excuse me, I don't know if you just heard my stomach grumbling. I apologize if so. Do you want to come hither? Flashbang stuns and shuffles. I'll take a flashbang. That's fine. What a lovely crit.
Annihilated.
Okay, I'm certainly seeing the power of protect me in combination with the riposte. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Trick of the light.
Protection stone very helpful for that, of course. This is a problem. We really don't want our bounty hunter to die immediately. It would kind of cap off the evening, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just?
Executed with impunity.
All right.
Back to the pit. Foolish horrors. Brought low
We need the scout
and
here.
driven into the mud.
Don't know if we got it yet. You need to die immediately. You got to put a positive spin on these things. Hey, this could be the last fight we do. For a variety of interesting reasons. Yeah. Not terrible. All right. Come hither. Flashbang. Flashbang. Good stun. Very important stun. Retribution? Sure. We still get the riposte, though. And he's marked, which is nice.
Another one falls. And now
Yeah, it's not ideal.
test. Hold fast.
I can't use Protect Me, I have to heal him. I have to heal him. Just curious, do you know GMTK channel? No, I'm not familiar with that channel, no. Is this a Darkest Dungeon content creator, or is this someone else?
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
You got this, thank you. I wish I had as much faith as you. We do need to heal, though. We do need to heal. Use your defender on your bounty hunter. That's a great piece of advice. Yes.
Another abomination.
However,
cleansed from our lands.
I think I would rather just DPS at this point. Man at arms, I knew what you meant. But yes. You're probably right. You're probably right. Can the sharpshooter hit rank 1? I don't... With a crossbow? I don't know. With a bayonet, apparently. How did the necro fight go? Yeah, we won quite easily. I don't know why I was worried about it, to be honest. It was fine. Don't want either of these yet. Hey, you know who this would be good for? Laws. We didn't get the scout, unfortunately. I'm going to assume that I have to go to both of these. It's a rough one. It's a rough one. I think I'll take my chances. The bayonet always does the first two, and the crossbow should focus marks, but didn't in this fight. Okay, yeah. Bring the antiquarian without a healer is risky. Yeah, I pretty much just threw together four lads that I didn't really mind if they died, because I do not have a healer, and all of my good characters are super stressed out.
Curious is the trap maker's art.
So yeah, I knew it was
unwitnessed by his own eyes.
likely to end in tears. I'm gonna do it. We're using our first torch on our unofficial quasi-pseudo torchless run that isn't really. It may have paid off. We do need to go both of these ways, unfortunately. This is going to be a problem. We may retreat. I would rather retreat than lose a grave robber for sure. Because the grave robber's level 2. Thrown dagger. She's the only one who can reliably hit the back and do any meaningful damage. Feed the man is a good shout, actually, yeah. Yeah, you can tell I'm tired. I'm not focusing on the game at all. I really should be. GMTK is short for Game Maker's Toolkit. I have heard that name, actually. Yeah, I have heard that name. I don't think I've seen any of their content. We do want to get the stun off. I'm so much more stressed than you. I'm not even playing. Yeah, I'm just letting it wash over me right now. He did a video about 5 years ago about morality in video games, and there he discussed Darkest Dungeon, among other. Yeah, it's a really interesting study. I was thinking about doing a video about that kind of thing, specifically about Darkest Dungeon myself, because I think the design of Darkest Dungeon is fucking fascinating. No, you're not distracting me, man. It's all good. It's nice to chat with people, to be honest. It's nice. This is an issue.
Those who covet injury find it in no short supply.
Sure. Retribution. Yeah, I do. Obviously, I want to kill the cultist, but I think the actual damage is pretty nasty at the moment as well. Do you know any similar games to this? I mean, the interesting thing about Darkest Dungeon is that I actually don't really. It's sort of a mishmash of lots and lots of different genres.
A faint hope blossoms.
I would say the game that I think is most similar to this is Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, thank you, Jan. That's very nice to hear. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Retribution? Yeah. This is quite scary. Not helping matters, Kane. We did beat the fight.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can
I
be beaten.
think you should stun more. Just say, yeah, I probably should. Yeah. I think I have to abandon the quest. I think I have to. Our grave robber's already stressed out. No one else matters. Really don't want to lose a level 2 grave robber. I know what you're gonna say. How come you passed over the alchemy table in the last hallway? Honestly, I'm very tired. So I'm gonna end the stream now because I'm not in a brain space to focus on it right now. But I've had fun. I hope you guys have had fun as well. Even if my gameplay has steadily deteriorated over the last hour or so. Oh, but everything's free, so we can before we go, we can throw some people into the tavern. Can anyone who we want to put in there not do any of these things? Well, Dismas cannot do anything because he can only meditate, I think. Yeah. Can't do anything. Godar. Yeah, see you later, man. Have a good one. And yeah, that's going to do it for the stream. Thanks, I regret not finding this an hour ago. Well, I mean, the VOD's there if you're interested. But yeah, thank you. It's been nice to hang out with you guys. I did read your name correctly. Good. Thank you. It's... Whew. Yeah. No worries, guys. See you later. Have a good one.